Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrated. If not, appreciate you guys stopping in. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. I got a little video here. I've been wanting to do it for a little while. Had some clips I've been trying to put together. Was gonna edit it up. Had a bunch of people on stream last night. Some newer people asking a bunch of questions, and thought, you know what? Why not drop the tips and tricks? Why not do it live on stream and then just chop it up, throw it on YouTube? So that's what we got right here. Just some tips that I've picked up over the time playing, and figured out different things that I think help me and my play style, and maybe might help you, from RPG stuff to settings to audio stuff to squad leading tips. So everything right here, just a few like touch base on a few different ones and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to stop by the stream, twitch.tv/SergeantWayne, every night, 6 p.m. We have a great family, man. A lot of people hanging out, having a good time, playing games. So, yeah, I love you guys, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Later.
Brigade! Attention!
All right, so let me hop into the training. All right, we're gonna do this real. First, we gotta watch this artillery, no doubt. Yeah, the shockwaves are so good, man. All right, so what we're gonna do? I'm gonna hop into the training little thing real quick and show you guys real fast a few tips and tricks. Right, that way I can throw this on YouTube also. I've been planning on making it for YouTube anyway, right? This will just make it a lot easier. So, and then I can just cut this out, throw it on YouTube. Tips and trick video. There we go. Right, so you come to the training, right, and you can spawn in. You got everything here at your disposal. You got the helicopters, you got different kind of courses that you might want to run. You got all the vehicles for this faction that you joined into, right? So if we come in, I'm going to come in as a hat just so we can show the how this works. First and foremost, everything is here, right? You know, squad leader placed fob radios. You can see what a radio looks like. You can see what the ammo looks like. You know, halves, all this stuff. Before I get into it, we're gonna hit escape, right? Settings. 1. This is something that I fully recommend to everybody. If you ever plan on squad leading, first come down here. I would put these all on toggle and not hold. You can choose the aim down sights either way, but I feel like the this one gives you a little more advantage because you're peeking corners and stuff, and if you're having to hold multiple buttons like Q to lean and different things like that while you're trying to lean the corner, it's gonna make it just makes it hard, because sometimes stuff, it doesn't want to work exactly like you would want it to, right? So I would put these on toggle, lean, crouch, all that stuff, right? Graphics, these are the graphics that I run, depending on your system, right? But you do not need you're not gonna need the fully loaded textures, the distance shadows, this stuff. You can turn this stuff off. It's not gonna do anything for you, right? I am streaming at the same time on the same machine, so you might can mess with this and do whatever, but this is what I'm talking about right here, right? So number 1, I would come here and I would put my command voice balance. If you ever plan on squad leading, right, if you come here, command voice balance, put that on the right side or left side, either one, and then put your squad voice balance all the way on the other side. So when I'm in game, I have my squad in this ear if I'm a squad leader, and I have my command chat in this ear. That way everybody's not talking all over everybody, right? Because it'll get overwhelming and it'll drive you crazy, right? And when you're not squad leading, it'll just be in both ears. Just so you know, the course the other day on AT Rockets helped me out a lot, and I've tracked 400 hours in this game already. That's awesome, Santor, man. Appreciate that. So I recommend doing that, right, for the sound. And then, you know, you've got your training areas, the mount training, like how to go through buildings, different that. You can run in here, you can do all your training, different stuff like that. But I recommend come over here if you haven't, and if you didn't know, some people don't even know this is in here, and it'll show you all the vehicles right here, right? And it'll show you, as you can see, the armor, heavily armored to no armor, you know, the ammo compartment and the engine. And this can show you, so like if we were going to shoot this M1A in the front, this is heavily armored in the front, right? you know, unless you hit like right here, it's like 3 stars, right? But around here, right, is where it's not. And the ammo compartment sits right up under the turret. And if you didn't know, if you hit the perfect shot in between here, you can activate the ammo and you can one-shot a vehicle on the ammo compartment and then ignite the ammo. So I advise come in here, you know, the vehicles are here, kind of look through them, see what you know, see that you can learn the names right here, right? If you're having trouble with the names, to tell you the truth, I still don't know some of the names, man. I get them confused sometimes, right? But just kind of see where you want to shoot multiple vehicles, right? My first thing always on vehicles is to track it. If you track it, it can't move, so you're kind of limited the mobility, and then you can go from there, right? So that's good. Then if you wanted to try the vehicles out, you can hop in here. We'll do that here in just a second. I'm gonna hop in a tank and try to show you just a little bit on a tank. But the main thing most people have trouble with first starting out is the rockets, right? So when you run a hat kit, I'm running a hat kit right now, and I have multiple different rockets. I have a heavy explosive anti-tank, and I have a tandem, right? So the heavy is just like your normal rocket, and then the tandem is the big boy, right? So when you look through this sight right here, you're gonna see a crazy looking sight, and your first reaction in every video game is aim right in the middle and shoot, right? And then that rocket just goes flying, and you're like, I was right on it, right? That's because this game's a little bit different, right? This actually does it where, so the top half of the sight, you see the crosshair up at the top, you see the big crosshair, and then you see the little one, and then you see 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are your ranges, right? So you've got 50, 100, right? Which is that one, the little one, and then you've got 200, which will be the 2, 300 on the 3, 4, 500. So now if I want to aim right in the middle, that would be aiming 500 meters, right? And then you would shoot, right? Same thing goes for the left to right, right? You see the numbers on the left to right. So the top half of this sight, the top half is for your high explosive, your heat rounds, right? And then you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across. That is for your speed. I mean, it's hard to guess, right? But if you think that 300 meter is moving 30 kilometers an hour, you would put it on the 3 at the 3, right? And you would shoot it right there. And then, you know, it would compensate for the speed. Next, if you go to the tandem round, which is the heavier round, the bottom half of the sight is for the tandem round, right? So you've got the 1.5 and you've got the 2, right? So the 1.5 would be for the 150, and then the 2 would be for the 200, because this round is heavier and does a lot more damage, right? So you would aim the 2, you would shoot, right? Because it's a bigger round. Some launchers have the ability to zero. This one doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over to the other team just to give you a look at what it would look like from this side. And just a heads up, some launchers have frag rounds. If you don't know, the frag rounds are for infantry. That's it. It's not going to do anything to any vehicles. It's not going to... There's no point in shooting with vehicles. It's just for infantry. All right, so on this site, for the American side, right? This is a heat round, a high explosive. This one's got a lot more power, right? So you see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's basically 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? So if I aim 500 is the very bottom, and then you got the 50s in the middle, right? The little lines. If you aim on the 5, all right? Boom, hit. Now, this launcher has the ability, and some do, and a lot of weapons do. Some weapons don't, some weapons do, have the ability to zero them. the normal button for 0 is X, right? You would hold X and then you scroll your mouse wheel like this, right? And what that means is, if you don't know what zeroing means, I put it on 500. Now I can just aim right in the middle and shoot. It's 0 to 500. It's going to hit that 500, right? So say you've got a target that is like we did this. I did this the other day. I'm going to show it again. So you got a target that is, so we're going to take out our binos. We're going to look down range, right? And we're going to see, okay, we got a 1500 one, right? But we know that our rocket launcher 0s to 700, and then you've got the 5 on top. So 1300 is about as much as we can get, right? And if you don't know how this little stadia sight down at the bottom works, right? You put the vehicle on, you put the bottom of the wheels on the line, and then that top will tell you how far it is, right? Like that's 750. Like this one's 500, right? You see how the lines are hitting, so you can range with these, the stadia ranger, right? But say we wanted to hit the 1250 target out here, right? We know it's 1250 because we got a sign, right? We would go here. All right, let's reload it. So we got 1250, which means we would go, we would range up to the 700, right? And then we know the 500 is going to give us 12. So then we need 50 more. So we would just go just a little bit above, and then we would shoot, right? And boom. Right, so the ones that have the ranging, you'll have a little bit easier time hitting those further targets. And then you can do the same thing with the tandem on different ones. Like that other one, that sight was 150 and 200. The tandem on this one, because it's a better launcher, right? It's ranged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same as the other one, right? So 500 tandem round, right? We just aim at the 500, boom, right? Or we could range it. How did you get the original range? So in the binoculars, like right now we have the signs, right? But you see the 108642, the stadia sight down at the bottom. So you put the bottom line on the bottom of the vehicle, and then you see that top line, it's right on top of the vehicle, right? So 1000 is 10. 750, if I put it on the bottom, it's going to be right in between, 6 and 8, right? Same thing with 5. You have the bottom vehicle right there, the 500, right? And you can range with this if you had to. You would use you could pull your binos out. If you see this vehicle sitting up on the mountain over there, you know what I'm saying? He's 1,000 meters out. He don't even know you're there, right? You can range him, swap, you know what I'm saying? And then use your range the launcher and then shoot the launcher and take him out, right? Now I want to hop in the tank. I want to show you a couple things real quick from a vehicle standpoint that a lot of people might not know either. Let's do that one. Yeah. The stadia lines take a little bit of learning, right? But once you get it, you'll notice it's a big difference, right? It works really well once you learn how it works, right? All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring the tank over here. I'm gonna show you guys how this works a little bit, right? All right, so we'll go jump in the gunner seat. So this one has an automatic ranger on it. If it didn't have it, you would either have somebody in the commander seat telling you the range. This is gonna be a little bit further because I'm not sitting straight over there in front of it, right? But when you zoom in, you're gonna look at this sight, right? And you see it's got the stadia sight at the top, right? But you're gonna see these numbers, right? You see the 1, the 0.5 is over here, the 1, the 3, and then you've got the other dots going down through there. So those are your ranging. Ducky, what's going on, man? How you doing? So like this is 100 meters right here. Most people are gonna first instinct aim right in the middle of the crosshair, right? So it's gonna hit because I've got the one on the side, right? But where it's really shooting is at the 1, right? Like if you look at that 1, right? If I shoot at the 1, right? If I put it right here, because when it first comes out, it comes out like that, right? So then the 150 would, depending on where you're trying to aim, right? Say you want to shoot between the turret or something, and I know it's 150, right? I'm gonna hit it right there, right? Yeah, the arc. So then when you get to 3, you see the 3 dot, right? If I want to hit this wheel, I'm gonna put that 3 dot on there, right? Then the middle one is when you hit the 5 or 7, or you see what I'm saying? So then if you got 1500, you see the 15 right there. We want to hit him, like we want to try to track him, right? Well, maybe a little bit lower, but you get what I'm getting at. So make sure you know, like you see, and different tanks have super different. So they'll have let me swap to the Russian side and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, right? You weren't armor. How did you learn this, Wayne? I mean, I was in a Bradley. I was a mechanized unit, so I dealt with whiskey on a Wednesday. Can't complain. Nice. I dealt with, and I've, when you're deployed, you see a lot of different things, right? A mix of that, a mix of the game, right? All right, so we hop in here, right? Oh, this is the, of course it is. All right, but just to give you a heads up, different site, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do. So you see, this one has. I didn't know it was a T-72. I thought it was the other one. I could probably go get the other one, but it's fine. You see, I got the 1, the 2, the 3, right? So if I wanted to hit the 100 meter, I would aim right here. You see what I'm saying? Because the 1 is over to the right. And then the 2 is over to the right just a little bit more because of the projectile, right? So if I wanted to hit him in the turret, I would aim a little to the left. And then same thing, so forth and so on, right? You know, 1,000, so you got 1,100 right there. You get what I'm saying? All right. Now. The toe. If you've never fired a toe, this is laser guided, which means that you have to keep it on the target, and it will turn. So if you're aiming, you can zoom with Q, right? So if I fire it, it's got a little delay, and then I jerk it over like this, it's gonna go over there, right? So you got to hold it on, and the further out it gets, the more minute movement you make, the more it moves. So you want to make sure you're holding it right on there. You can let go of it, right, and it'll stay right where you wanted it to go, if you wanted to, right? And then we'll go to the mortar. We'll do the mortar real quick so you guys can, just in case nobody's seen the mortar, right? We'll hop on here. Mortar is super easy in this. Yeah, it's just wire guided, right? So in this one, say we wanted to hit the target at what's that one right there? I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say this is 5, right? So you yeah, just like the dragon used to be. But that's why they got rid of the dragon, right? Because you would shoot the dragon, and then you would have to hold it on there, and the tanks or the vehicle would just right, and see where it came from and turn on them. So that's why they came up with the dragon, so you could fire it, drop it, get the heck up out of there, right? But say this, we know this is like 500 meters away, right? You just look over to the left, you see 500 meters, you see 1387. So you just scroll this bad boy, and that might not be 500, that might be 400, this might be the 5, whatever, we'll find out. 1387, right? So you just scroll up to 1387, boom. I'm not sure if that's the 4 or the 5. I think that's the 4. So this will be the 5. We'll find out. Just give it a second. You just fire, then you reload. Wait for it. Yeah, this is the 5 right here. Yeah, 20 seconds. Yeah, you can see right here, average flight time 20 seconds, right? And that's all there is to mortar. Now there is a site you can use that'll give you, it takes in the elevation. So if it's elevated, stuff like that, it'll change. And you can check that site out. And then I want to show the, can I change my weapon right here? Yeah, okay. Let's go marksman. Same thing for the zeroing on the marksman, right? If you don't know how it works, you aim, right? So like that's, let's go back over to that range. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we'll go over here. All I know is what they said was that when I fired the dragon, I didn't have long to live. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, what? All right, so like right here, right? We post up. This is 400 meters, right? 500. So if I shoot right here, right, you see how far it drops, right? So if I hold this, I range this rifle to 500 meters. And once again, you can use the Stadia sight, right? I see, okay, look at that. There's a guy right there, right? All right, I put him on the Stadia sight. Boom. I get 500. I range this bad boy to 500. Center mass, dead. This will go all the way up to 1,000, right? So aim center mass, dead. Dang, I missed the third one. I'm bad. But yeah, so there's some good tips. If there's any other questions, let me know now if you want me to show anything else that I might be able to show in here. But come in here, run around, like, check it out. Grab you a kit, you know, any kit right here. Oh yeah, let me grab the squad leader. I forgot. Let's do the squad leader thing real quick, right? Wait, well then, let me pick my kit. Well then, now let me, wait. All right, here we go. Make sure that you create a squad. All right, so when you're a squad leader, it pretty much is the same thing, Magnet, with the iron sights, right? Most of them you can range. It works the same exact way, man. I can change over and show, yeah, 100%, but getting a proper range is the hardest. Yeah. So as a squad leader, right? If you didn't know, if you had somebody in your fire team, you can right click them, give them fire team lead, or you can hold down, left click on them and move them to which fire team you would want them at. Here, if you wanted to tag something, if you hold down T, you have place observe, construct, move, defend. This is the big one. If you're a squad leader and the commander says, hey, I need you to mark something for artillery for me, you come here, you request this, then you hit caps lock, you go to your map, you'll see this right here, right? You right click it, you accept it. As soon as you accept this, the commander will be able to see it and he'll be able to right click it, accept it, and then go and drop his stuff on it. If you do not do that, he will not be able to, right? So T is your guide. Here's your rally point. Here's your fob, and then you have all your markers you can place right here. Me personally, in all your builds and stuff, me personally, I would go into your controls, right? Go to controls, go to infantry. I would scroll down, or maybe it's under voice command. Yeah, voice command right here. So I would go in here, right? And I would go right here, and I would bind every one of mine to a key. Like attack order is the one that I use the most. So I put it on G, right? So when I'm running, hey, let's attack here. Hey, I see somebody here, right? Hey, I see somebody there, right? And then, hey, let's build this up. Hey, we're gonna move here, observe there. You know what I'm saying? I would bind my keys to make it a whole lot easier and more accessible. The only thing I don't understand about squad leader is what to do in the beginning. How do you change the materials in the truck? All right, I can do that here, right? Yeah, I got you. So in the beginning, Each truck starts off with 1,500 ammo and 1,500 supplies, right? Yo, Adrian Cavi, appreciate the follow. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Greetings. Happy Thanksgiving Eve if you are celebrating Thanksgiving. If not, happy hump day, right? All right, so I'm going to show you right now. So when you first start off, and just so you guys know, you can tell which one is a supply truck by the little like ammo looking supply thing on here. Also, another tip, come up here to your map when you're in this map, right? And you want to toggle these things. You want to toggle the supply points, toggle the radar. My man Serviette, tier 3 sub coming in hot. Come up, man. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Serviette? How you doing? Like I said, if you guys don't know, tier 3 subs get their own sound effect and their own message in chat when they come in. All right, so you got the Logi, right? Right now, if you see in the bottom right, it's got 1,500, 1,500, right? So you hold down F, right? And then I have these choices. One, you can select kits right here. You can fill your ammo from here, right? Or you can unload, load construction, right? So say I wanted to, when I get to a point, I'll say unload everything. You'll come to the truck, you'll unload all the construction, you'll unload all the ammo, right? You can only get ammo or constructions from another forward operating base, another fob, right? That has it on there, or you have to go back to the main base, and in the main base, you would come in, you would pull into the area, you would hold down F, and you would hit load ammo, and you would load how much ammo you want, and you would load how much construction you want. You might want to do full ammo, you might want to do full construction, just depending on what you're doing, but you want to make sure that you do that, right? It's worth noting each chick does 100 of each rather than all at once. Yeah. So you'll see it filling up as you're doing it, right? And it'll be good to know what's going on, right? You'll understand once you see it and do it the first time. You'll know. And then one more thing I want to show, right? So like say, let me just do this real quick. You just pick which one, small cheese, right? So if I didn't want this to be 1,500, I would unload some of the ammo and then I would load more construction in there. If I wanted to do the other one, I would unload construction and then I would just load the ammo in there. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you're resupplying at an ammo point or on a truck, so if you didn't know, you can go to rearm. You can pick what you want, right? To rearm. But you have to hit this, and this is going to cost the ammo. So it has 1,500 ammo. It's going to cost the 20 ammo out of this, right? Or you can just hit rearm all, and it'll automatically do it, right? So you can choose. Sometimes if somebody puts down an ammo bag, you don't want to be the guy that takes everything. You want to kind of share it, right? So you would just pick, okay, I'm going to get a grenade. I've already got one smoke. Let's not do that. And then hit the middle button. A lot of people forget to hit the middle thing, right? So... Nah. I thought Wayne was going to try to shoot the nade out of the air because you know he can do that. Yeah. Just, we may or may not have done that today. Just saying. You can't prove any different. I got video evidence. Just saying. Any other questions before we get out of here and hop back into a game? I'm trying to think. What else could we... If you don't know... Okay, whenever you find a hab, right? Say you've got a hab that you found there. This is what a hab looks like, right? For this faction. This is what a hab looks like. You know, different factions, different habs, right? They look different. Say you find the hab. You can dig down the hab and stop the spawning, right? But what you want to do is you want to find the radio, which looks like this, and you want to dig this down. This will cause them to lose tickets. It has a bleed out timer, right? You want to find that radio and dig that down. This is what a rally point looks like where only a squad can spawn, but you always want to find this. If you can't find the radio, just dig the hab down. But as long as the radio is still up, they can still go there and build. can you revisit those command menu point designator shortcuts real quick and why you chose each one specifically? Yeah. So you go into controls, defend as you, that's the default one, right? F1, F2, F3, or F4, none of these buttons were used, and G. So the attack order, this is the one that you use the most, right? So if I'm running, if I see somebody, I can say on my attack, right? On my attack right here. It's not popping up right here like it should. But if you look at the compass down there, it's popping up, right? And it will place that marker right where you're looking. If I put down, say I put down a hab, boom, I place it right here. I'll go F4. Hey, let's build this, right? Instead of me having to go T or this or T, let me find which one, let me do this, or you know what I'm saying? I can just hit the buttons, move here, you know, observe right here on my mark. Stuff like that, right? Did you not end up beeping or clicking the command voice chat channel intermittently using G like that? Z is my command. So another tip, good point. My chats are squad and proximity because you're going to use them so much on the side of my mouse, right? Both buttons on the side of my mouse, and then Z is my command chat. G is my marker, right? Do whatever's comfortable for you. I wouldn't use the same ones, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever buttons you're comfortable with using. That's just what I chose. What are the most important defensive structures? So you can build a few things, right? Haskell walls block off a good bit of stuff. The sandbag lines, you can put them up in the razor wire. You can kind of deter somebody from moving in. Ladders to get to a point you might not have been able to, right? And a indirect fire shelter is not bad for like for indirect fire for mortars and stuff like that. Definitely a tow, right? Definitely a cornet, and the H and mortars. You should always have mortars most of the time, right? You can set up mortars, you know, way back, launch them. Not only can you launch AT rounds with mortar, but you can also launch smoke with mortars. So you can take out some people or make sure, and then you can stop dropping smoke, or you can start dropping smoke. All you do is scroll your mouse wheel, pick the smoke, and then start firing smoke in for cover for your team, and you'll be good to go. All right. Are we good? I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's anything else. I think that's about it, right? Ranging. If you don't know, throwing your grenades, right? Overhand, you're going to aim with the left thumb. Underhand, I wonder if I can change it. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So if you just change real quick. Underhand. Oh, I got another tip for you. Underhand, you're going to do it underhand and toss it like this. So smoke grenades, right? This is a good one. Smoke grenades. Some factions have these smoke grenades right here. Some factions have the other ones. It's good to know which grenade you're throwing, because if you see this grenade, when I throw it, smoke is going to come out of both ends of this grenade. All right. So if I'm trying to throw it on something, I know the smoke's going to come out of both ends, and it's going to cover that area right there. On the other side, the other smoke grenades, it only comes out of the bottom. So you want to throw it to the left side of whatever you're trying to smoke. It's going to come out on the other side, right? How can I have my avatar put on his sunglasses? Can you build a fob in game? Like right here, I'm not sure if it'll let me build one, right? So first, you have to have a vehicle, right? So say you take the Logi, either a Logi or a helicopter has to be in the vicinity. You have to have a teammate with you, and you would come here and you would put down a radio, right? As soon as you put down this radio, you'll see, oh, good thing it shows up, right? You'll see this right here, this blue outline. This means inside this area I can build. Outside of this area I cannot build. This white line right here is the area of where another radio cannot be placed. So in here, nothing can be placed inside there. Another radio can. The only faction that can build two habs on one radio are the insurgents. That's one of the perks that the insurgents have. They can put one radio down, build a hab over there, build a hab over there, right? But a squad leader does not have a shovel. So as a squad leader, you won't be able to shovel. You'll have to have somebody with you to dig it up. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, Doug. Dude, the earplug feature or like the sunglasses feature would be awesome. The earplug feature in Arma is awesome, right? How you can just hit the button and it puts the earplug in, right? It's pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. I think that was a few good tips and tricks, man. I hope that helped. The main thing, I would do these, right? Study these right here. This can help you a lot, 100%. And then study with the AT or practice. You can just do a few times, just kind of get used to it. Shooting those AT rounds at different ranges, just kind of get the feel for it, because it's hard to not just aim, right? Because of all the games you've played or stuff like that, it's hard not to just aim right at it and shoot. So nah, I think that's yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, no doubt, Harmony, man. I've been wanting to do it anyway. I'm just gonna cut this up and throw it on YouTube, right? I'm just gonna chop that out, throw it on tips and tricks, as many as I can think of real fast. And if I think of any more, I will let you know for sure. Yo, Crazy Bones, appreciate the follow. Welcome. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Hello.